Hey, what's up, everybody? I want to welcome you to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Daily Recap, where we give you a recap of all of the hot topics that we covered that day. You can catch them in their long format and also catch it fully streaming for free on Apple Podcasts. So LeBron is having a week unlike anything I've seen in probably a decade. I haven't seen this many people come out and really get at LeBron. Usually you got a lot of people in media that twerk it up, that just go out there and only say nice things about him. But ever since, Stephen A. Smith did his interview with him, with Carmelo Anthony, people have been talking about him. And then Russell Westbrook came out there and made those comments. And you have this writer who has his book that's coming out, I think The Hollywood Story, The Good and the Bad of LeBron, or something like that, that's been making a lot of headway. We even saw Dan Le Batard discuss it yesterday, but a lot of us were reacting to the story surrounding the comments that Russell Westbrook made about LeBron James, essentially calling him fake, right? Various people commented on it. But one of his biggest supporters, Shannon Sharpe, was forced to address it. Now, I don't follow Shannon Sharpe anymore on YouTube. I've made my reasons clear as to why I don't follow him anymore. After these antics, I can't handle it anymore. So I didn't know that he had reacted to it until I saw a video from Two Raw for TV who was reacting to what Shannon Sharpe was saying. So then I decided to go click on it, right? Because I didn't know. I had no idea the video was out. So I head over to his channel, and it's him and, of course, Chad Johnson discussing it. And as Chad is talking about it, Chad is essentially saying, first of all, I didn't know that this was a thing. And as Chad was talking, I was looking at Shannon Sharpe's countenance, and you could see like this kind of like hurt on his face, like, damn, like, son, a grease bag, right? LeBron is a grease bag. And then he says something interesting as he was talking. He goes, every time I've run into LeBron James, the conversation has always been about LeBron James. And I'm like, that's pretty interesting. Like, that's pretty interesting. So what we want to do is want to play this conversation between Chad Johnson and Shannon Sharpe as they reacted to the Russell Westbrook comments. And we're going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to these guys here.
Russell Westbrook reportedly grew tired of LeBron's fake behavior during his time in LA, according to Yaron Weissman. I hate that fake-ish. I just can't do it. LeBron quietly pushed for a reunion with Kyrie Irving, a move that would have required trading Russell Westbrook, despite publicly denying it. LeBron often let Russ be Russ in interviews, but didn't actually support him behind the scenes. During a Lakers team event where Will Smith came to speak, LeBron and AD suddenly walked out before he arrived. Minutes later, they returned, acting overly friendly. LeBron dominated the talk, asking questions and quoting movie lines. Westbrook was watching in disbelief, told a teammate, I hate this fake-ish. I just can't do it. Westbrook saw multiple examples of LeBron misrepresenting himself, like claiming The Godfather was his favorite movie, but not knowing a single line, carrying the autobiography of Malcolm X to interviews without being able to discuss it, and even saying he predicted Kobe's 81-point game. These moments made Russ view LeBron as inauthentic.
Unauthentic, hey. I thought everybody got along, huh? I thought everybody got along. So now what I hear Russell Westbrook saying, I also heard LeBron. I heard Stephen A. say the same thing in some clips I saw today. Early when I was flying in today, I flew in from Columbus. I did some shoot with Jeremiah Smith today. And I saw the same, I'm like, well, damn, the same thing you just said, or Russell Westbrook just said, what Stephen A. just said he was doing behind closed doors as well. And I listen, when you it's powerful. It's powerful. You don't reach that level of that height of fame, and I don't know. That's one that's hard for me to gauge, because all I know is being me. All I know is being me, authentically myself, whether you like it or not. I did it in NFL. There were rules. There were certain rules you had to abide by. I chose not. If it meant doing it your way, and I couldn't truly be my authentic self, that means it wasn't gonna work for me, which is why I never changed while I was playing. So that same person you get on the field is the same person you get off the field. I can't be anyone else but myself. I'm not an actor. Ain't no cameras rolling. What you see is what you get. So, I mean, I understand what Westbrook is talking about in a sense, but I'm not in their world. I don't get to see
Right.
LeBron all the time. I don't get to interact with him. I'm not on the team. So the times I do see him is, well, what's up, boy? It's good to see you, and I'm gone. So it's hard for me. You would be better, better versed to be discuss this than me.
All I know how he is with me. I've never had a conversation with LeBron about anything else other than LeBron. That's it. When people ask me how somebody is, well, man, what's Magic like? What's Magic like with me, or what would he be like with you? What's LeBron like with me, or what would he be like with you? That's all I can speak to. I've never asked LeBron one question about any other player. We talk about shoes. We talk about this. We talk, knick-knack stuff. Great game, blah, blah, blah. I shoot him, text, DM, blah, blah, blah. Hey, he shoot me back. That's it. That's it. I don't know what his relationship was with Russ. I don't know what his relationship with Stephen A. When Stephen A. and I talk about LeBron, it's on camera. We were debating a topic about LeBron. That's it. He'll tell you, I don't talk about LeBron. That's it. If he feels that way, hey, I don't know. I can't tell you guys how Russ should have felt. That's how Russ felt. Russ felt like he was saying one thing publicly. He was doing something else privately. That's Russ' experience with LeBron. Stephen A. felt he was saying one thing. Stephen A. said, hey, I know for a fact it's gotten back to me that he's tried to do things to try to prevent me from getting my money. I don't know. What y'all want me to?
Damn.
Excellent. So you heard what they had to say. Look, what are my thoughts about this? We all know this to be true, right? We all know this to be true. Shannon said something else, though, that I thought was a bit revealing. That people play a character, right? Even Unc was something that was made up, and and now that's surprising to me. And I remember Marcellus Wiley telling me that whole uncle thing and the Black Miles thing wasn't really him. And a lot of people in the industry were shocked to see this new persona. And I didn't know that. The reason I didn't know that was because you see these people and you think this is who they are, right? You don't expect it to be a different thing. You didn't expect it to be that, oh, these guys are just manufacturing their personalities. I didn't know that. And he talked about actors and all that, but it's different. The reason why you can't compare yourself to an actor, because those are movies. You're watching fictitious things. It's not real, right? Nobody's going to go watch Mission Impossible and think it's a thing that actually happened. Like that's how Tom Cruise really lives in his life. Nobody watched Daniel Craig and thinks he's actually James Bond. Nobody watched Robert Pattinson and thinks he's actually Batman because he was performing a character like Bruce Wayne. These are movies, right? But generally, when we look at guys on TV, we generally think that, I thought this is who they were, right? I thought that this is who they were, but apparently it's like people are playing a character on television. Now, doing sports, doing media, you have to perform, you have to talk, you have to express yourself. I don't speak like this every single day, like when I'm talking to them around my house or talking to my friends or whatever it is. No. But the opinions that I have here is the opinions I have off air. There's no like faking the funk here. This is me. Right, a lot of the stuff that I say is what I truly believe. Issues that I have strong opinions about, I argue with them with people around me. So it's not like as if I'm faking a funk. And I've spoken to some people that the person you see in front of the camera is the person you talk to. For instance, Marcellus Wiley, same dude, cool dude on camera, all like it's the same. So I was surprised for him to say that. Regarding LeBron, Shannon was trying to beat around the bush to call this guy a slime ball, a grease bag. Like he was just basically trying to avoid saying something slimy. He was trying to avoid it. But the part that kills me is that when it comes to calling Michael Jordan a jerk and Jordan was this and Jordan was that, he has no reservations whatsoever about calling, oh, he's a terrible teammate and this and this and that. It didn't stop you from giving your honest take on Jordan. So why are you all of a sudden tippy-toeing around the bushes when it comes time to just say what it is, bro? Nothing gonna happen. It's okay. Your homeboy is a slime ball. We already know it. We already know he's a slime ball. Like Russell Westbrook said it. So there's nothing. It won't take anything away from you for just saying and stating the obvious, which is what we all know, right? Russell Westbrook ain't saying nothing that's surprising a lot of people. I think a lot of people already know this, frankly. I think a lot of people already know this, because if we can notice it from the outside looking in far away, what do you think these people notice when they're like within these circles and know of course they know it. All right, of course they know it. Everybody knows. Some people are like, well, what do you expect them to say about Russell Westbrook? Probably, okay, fine, but what about all the other stories, the Malcolm X stories, and reading the book, and like, yo, we know this already, right? We know it already. So I just think Shannon just needs to admit that and come to the reality. But son is a grease bag. Son is a grease bag. You know how they call Kobe a jerk, and it didn't stop you guys from calling him a jerk, and you have no problem saying Kobe was a jerk? Say it about LeBron. Son is a sleaze bag. It didn't stop you guys then. I don't know why all of a sudden it's stopping you now. Keep it a bean 100%. And that's how people respect you. And it's what I don't like about some of these dudes, man. You can't get an honest take out of these guys, man. You can't get an honest take. Oh my Lord, man. Just say what it is and move on with your life, bro. You're beholden to the audience. You're beholden to your audience, not some relationship you got. Keep it honest with your audience, for goodness sake. Is it just me, or you can notice a shift in the energy right now? Yesterday we did a live reacting to some comments that Michael Jordan made, and it was jumping in there, jumping. Ever since NBC dropped that first clip of Michael Jordan talking, the internet has been set on fire. Almost every social media account is posting about Michael Jordan. Even accounts that I don't follow, posting. Complex Magazine, this guy, that. Everybody is talking about Michael Jordan, and he has everybody in a frenzy, because the most famous player the sport has ever seen sent the entire sports media, or the entire media, into a landscape just off of a 3-minute clip that was posted by NBC. So for those of you who maybe don't remember what Jordan said or didn't hear it, want to play it for you now, take a listen to what MJ had to say there, and I want to come back and react to it. Take a listen to Michael Jordan here.
It's amazing. You never really know when you're in the prime of your career how much time you really do not have for family. That's what I have time to do now. I mean, the most valuable asset I have is time.
Right.
So that's probably why you don't see enough of me, because that time I'm trying to spend with family members and things that I've been missing out on for such a long time.
Do you ever pick up a ball and just shoot?
I haven't picked up a ball in years.
No, come on. Just like walk past. There's got to be a hoop somewhere at your place.
You don't see a hoop anywhere around here, right?
I don't. But
It's a
seriously,
reason.
the last time you picked up a basketball and shot it?
I was at the Ryder Cup,
Yeah.
and I rented a house from the owner.
Sure.
He came over to do pictures. He had grandkids. And I was meet and greet and thank him for allowing me to stay in the house. And he had a basketball court. He says, I want you to shoot one free throw. I said, really? Now, I already paid for the house. It's not like he got to see me. So when I stepped up to shoot the free throw, it's the most nervous I've been in years.
Stop it.
In years.
Stop it. Come on.
And reason being is those kids heard the stories from the parents about what I did 30 years ago.
Right.
So their expectation is 30 years prior, and I haven't touched the basketball.
I hope you swished it.
Absolutely. I got the most gratifying, that made my whole week, is that I was able to please that kid, not knowing if I could.
So you let us bring a camera or two to your place here to talk to you about basketball. Why do you want to share what you're thinking about basketball now?
It's pay it forward. I have an obligation to the game of basketball, not financially. I'm okay. I mean, I think more or less from as a basketball player is to be able to pass on messages of success and dedication to the game of basketball.
Still love it?
Love it like you wouldn't believe. I mean, in all honesty, I wish I could take a magic pill, put on shorts, and go out and play the game of basketball today. because that's who I am. That's that type of competition, that type of competitiveness is what I live for, and I miss it. I miss that aspect of playing the game of basketball, being able to challenge myself against what people see as great basketball. But it's better for me to be sitting here talking to you as opposed to popping my Achilles and I'm in a wheelchair for a while.
But it's nice to be able to share the things that can still make the game great going forward from your perspective.
Yeah, I think one of the things why I did this is as professional athletes, we have an obligation to pay it forward. You know, that's part of what, you know, this is all about, is to pass it, pay it forward.
Excellent. So you heard what Michael Jordan said. Now, if you think I'm over-exaggerating, oh, Charles, you're just hyping it up, blah, 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 blah. Nobody's really bro, it is so hyped right now that even Bill Simmons is out here losing his mind. And we got some sound here from the Ringer of Bill Simmons reacting to Michael Jordan. Listen to what Bill Simmons said. Take a listen to Bill Simmons here.
So they had this Michael Jordan thing. They've been playing it up a lot. They called it like degrees of excellence or insights in excellence. And it basically just turned out to be an interview with Mike Tirico that they probably filmed for 2 hours and they're just going to cut segments out of. I can't think of a single thing that happened during the halftime thing. And I realized like it doesn't really matter what he says. His insights, his observations, his thoughts about the league. It just doesn't matter because anything he says, I'm captivated. He told some story about he rented a house and there was a basketball court. I don't even know what happened. And I was like nodding like, yeah, oh, this is great, Michael Jordan. I think the next one, he's going to come back and just be like, yeah, I went to dinner last night. I ordered a steak. I got it medium rare. I had 2 glasses of Pinot Noir and then I paid the check. That was insights of excellence from Michael Jordan. I'm like, that was great. Could watch him talk about anything. So he might be the first person who's ever been on a pregame halftime show where I literally don't care what he says. I just like having him around. It's just nice to have MJ.
You heard what he said. If you go throughout the comments of these various social media accounts, people are talking about the NBA saved. The NBA saved. Michael Jordan is back. Michael Jordan is back. Oh my God. Finally, we get to hear from this has been the overwhelming flurry of emotions surrounding Jordan's return. And to me, I think it's great. And you're beginning to see, just think about this for a second. If this is how people are reacting, just off of a 3-minute clip of MJ talking, can you imagine what it must have been like during the zenith of his career? Can you imagine? People are running and losing their minds already right now. And this is just the first part. Yesterday we did a live about it, and I want to touch on some of the things that MJ said for maybe the people that didn't catch a lot. He spoke about a few things that stood out to me. Number one, the story he gave about the little boy, where he rented out a house, and then the owner came over with his kids and asked him to make a free throw. And MJ said something that I think really crystallized why he is who he is and why this era is so trash. He said, I felt more nervousness. I was experiencing nervousness that I had not felt in years. Why? Because he didn't want to disappoint that kid. If only the NBA players of today had the same sentiment of we got to go out there and put on a good show because we don't want to disappoint the fans, the game would be in a different place than it is today. But because it's become the era of me, it's the reason why we can go to all-star games and watch them, and the players don't give an absolute damn about the fans. They don't care about competing. It's none of that. It's all about, can you incentivize me to play the sport? Jordan said he wished he could take a pill to make him go back and play. Why? Do you think it's because he needs money? Do you think it's because he needs money? No. The reason he said that is because he loves the game and because of the competition, which a lot of these guys have lost. It's no longer about competition. And who ushered in that era? LeBron James. And they all followed after him. It became the Kumbaya League. It's no longer about the competitive fire, about me wanting to beat that guy. It's about us all holding hands and singing Kumbaya. He also spoke about paying it forward, which means what? It means that he wants to bequeath what he was able to learn in the foundation that he was able to build and bequeath it to the next generation. These guys don't give a damn about that. They don't give a damn about it. So where did we witness this precipitous fall in the standard of the NBA? Well, Jordan represents the era that came before him. Kobe represents the era that came before him. And there was a standard. What's the standard today? The standard today is now you have NBA players that are players and podcasters. Paul George. It's no longer about the love. It's about the branding of it all. It's the reason why SGA, after that game, that horrible All-Star game they had, not this one last year, the year before that, SGA said money talks. Incentivize us to play. They now have to incentivize them to play. The NBA Cup is just for them to actually give a damn about the season. This is where we are in the sport. It's not about the love. It's about the bag. It's about the bag. And I think it's going to be excellent. And let me tell you something. If you're an NBA player watching this, you don't want to be on the wrong side of this movement. You don't want to be the guy that's against the mic. We know the clowns like Nick Wright and all of these guys are going to do it. You don't want to join that buffoon brigade because nobody's going to take your words over MJ. Nobody. I'm not. I'm certainly not. So to me, I think it's an excellent thing, and I think this is only the beginning. Look at the excitement in the building. People are losing their minds. Michael Jordan's back. Michael Jordan's back. Michael Jordan is back. Ain't it different? The other thing I want to mention is something I spoke about a lot. Didn't you notice that energy, that man energy, no clown energy, no buffoon energy, real energy. And MJ almost seemed coy about accepting who he is, like his greatness. He almost seems coy about it, unlike some people we know. So I think it's a fantastic thing. I can't wait to hear more about it. I am tuned in, glued in, ready to go. This is what NBA fans need. We finally get to hear another side of what basketball is meant to be about, other than this nonsense and this that we've been listening to from these guys over the last 10 years. Finally, the Nick Wrights and y'all, it ain't gonna matter. No matter how much, it ain't gonna matter. The only people that's gonna be against Jordan are LeBron fans. And guess what? There are more Jordan fans than LeBron fans. Do you know why? Because the only people that think LeBron is a GOAT are LeBron fans. The other people that think Jordan is a GOAT are NBA fans. That's the fundamental difference. The only people that believe LeBron is a GOAT are his fans. The only people that believe Jordan is a GOAT are NBA fans. Kobe fans, these guys, they all believe it. So you guys are in the minority. People are giddy. Like, oh my God, Michael Jordan is back. Michael Jordan. Yeah, that's what happened when the GOAT walk in the building, bro. That's what happens when the GOAT walks in the building. So last night we went live. Before the Lakers game started, we were talking about Jordan and all of that, and it was pretty exciting stuff. So I had a major shock. As you guys know, I watch the NBA through League Pass. These MFers already charged me NBA, so I tuned in to watch the game, and it wouldn't allow me to watch it. Then it now said I need to go sign up for NBC and Peacock. After I already signed up, you already charged me $110 for that. So I had to go sign up to that, and I was able to catch the ending of that Oklahoma City Houston Rocket game, which was a great game to start off the season. I think double overtime game, if I remember right. Then I was able to tune into the Lakers game, right? Because it was showing it on P. And then I finally figured out how the platform works. You can watch multiple games. Anyway, so I started watching the Lakers game. And I was kind of watching the way that they played. I missed the majority of the first half, right? But I caught a good portion of the second half. I didn't really know what lineups they were running properly and all of that. So I'm watching the game, and, you know, you had a few players that were playing pretty well. Austin Reeves in 36 minutes scored 26 points on 56% shooting from the field. He had 5 rebounds, 9 assists. He did have 5 turnovers. That was very sloppy. Rui Hachimura had 9 points. Solid game. Shot well from the floor. Andre Ayton, he played okay, but he could have played better, especially on the defensive glass. Some he didn't play up to par. You can't, you got to get double doubles. You should have had at least 15 rebounds in that game, right? You're the tallest man on the Lakers roster. I don't know how you get out rebounded by Luka Doncic, who finished the game with 43 points, 9 assists, 12 rebounds, on 63% shooting from the field, although he was lousy from the 3-point line. But ultimately, the Lakers lost the game there. Tough loss. I think they'll be fine. We'll just have to see. And Marcus Smart gave him some minutes, although his activity on the floor ended up becoming very, very reckless because he had a lot of personal fouls. He picked up 4, I think, in the first half, and he didn't pick up any in the second half. But anyway, Lakers lost that game. But throughout that game, I was looking at the countenance of LeBron James. And I thought I was the only one that noticed it. But as I was watching the game, I'm looking at LeBron. I'm like, yo, why does LeBron look absolutely disinterested in what's going on? Throughout the entire game, LeBron never stood up. I mean, he never cheered. Luka was getting and ones. He couldn't even be bothered. The person that was cheering more was his son, Bronny. Every time they scored, Bronny would stand up and clapping. And I'm looking at this guy. And I'm like, he just seemed totally checked out to the point where various Instagram accounts decided to post on it. You know, and I think it was, if my memory serves me right, I think it was NBA on ESPN. I think it was them, or maybe House of Highlights or one of these accounts. They shared an image of LeBron James and I think Luka's and one or something like that, and they had this kind of like still of LeBron's face, and I'm like, what is going on here? Why does he look so disinterested in what's going on? He didn't look like he gave a damn about what was going on in that game, and to me, that really it stood out to me. It really, really stood out to me because I'm like, this guy doesn't even look like he wants to be there. He doesn't look like he wants to be there at all. And Laker fans started noticing it. So we just want to quickly show you some of the thumbnails, images and pictures of what his face was looking like throughout that game. You can see him here. He looked like he just didn't want to be there or have anything to do with the team, right? Literally. He didn't look like somebody that was engaged. So then I made a comment after the game on our community, and I wrote, tough loss, on to the next. And I want to read through a comment that I saw. This guy says, Lakers look terrible without LeBron. I don't care about Luka's stats. They have the Timberwolves next. They'll continue to lose. And I want to get to a larger point here. Let me explain to you what is going on. We're witnessing the end of the relationship between LeBron and the Lakers and the Lakers. LeBron James fans are rooting for the Lakers to lose. They don't want the Lakers to win at all. That comment with like the stats and all of that stuff, for the fact that he left a comment about the stats, shows you that it's no longer. Who doesn't know that the number one thing that LeBron fans like to do whenever the Lakers lose or whenever he has lost, the first thing they point to is the stats. But now stats don't matter. They want the team to lose. So therefore it would be like, you see, LeBron is brings them such a premium, forgetting the fact that with LeBron, they had gone out of the first round the last 3 years. With him on the roster, 1 year they didn't even make the play-in. They forgot about all of that. All of that. Now, looking at the game, the Lakers didn't really look good defensively, but I got to give some credit where credit is due. Luka picked up his defensive effort. Luka's not going to turn into Kawhi Leonard, but he definitely picked up his defensive effort. Looking at this game here, and it's only game one, obviously JJ Redick is going to continue to tinker with the headline, with the starting lineup and lineups and rotations and all of that. But something that just stood out to me immediately. One, DeAndre Ayton needs to be better at rebounding. Why am I saying that? Because when you get the rebounds, you finish the defensive play. To be 7 foot, however tall he is, and to only have 6 rebounds is inexcusable. He needs to pick it up from the rebounding standpoint. Austin Reeves did have a good game in terms of scoring. The turnovers need to go way down. right? And this team essentially needs to adopt rather a defensive mindset. That's what they need to do, because as of now, they don't have enough offense on the floor to just outscore you every single night. Luka played 40 minutes, and that's what you're going to need from him. But it's also clear to me the Lakers need a second star. And I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. If the Lakers get a second star, I would still bring Rui Hachimura off the Austin Reeves off the bench. I would bring him off the bench. Bring him off the bench. That's my recommendation. Obviously, I'm not a coach or nothing, so my opinions really don't matter to that extent. But that's what I think. I don't think it's as bad as people want to make it seem, but trust me, there's a lot of bad energy going on, and LeBron fans don't want that team to do well. They don't want him to do well. This whole thing was about LeBron all throughout. And I find myself in a precarious situation where I'm supporting the Lakers because Kobe made me a Laker fan, but then this clown is on the team. So I don't know where I'm going to be when he gets back on the team, right? When he gets back on the team, it's going to be weird. I'm still monitoring the Clippers. I'm looking at what Kawhi and these guys got to do. At this point, the only thing that matters to me is what am I going to see in the playoffs? I don't care about what they're doing in the regular season. I really don't care anymore. Are you going to get to the second, third round? Then we'll pay attention to that. For now, I'm not even, because I've done it. 7 years? No, not doing it anymore. But I want to see the Lakers do well. I don't think they have enough yet to be a top 4 seed, but I said that in the summer. I said it in the summer. I think they'll be good, but I don't think they'll be a top 4 seed. I said this in the summer, and I don't have unrealistic expectations. But given that, Ayton can step it up. As a team overall, they can play better defense. They gave up 120 points. That's not going to cut it. Now, granted, they played against a team that was playing pretty well. What's his name? Jimmy Butler had 16 free throws. He made all 16 of his free throws. 31 points in that game. He was playing well. What's the guy's name? Buddy Hield. He was hitting some pretty astounding 3-point shots in the second half of that game. I don't think it's anything to panic or anything like that. Obviously, they can be better. I think there will be a decent team. I don't think they're going to be a top 4 seed, even with LeBron. But you can see that the Lakers do need a second star. And I don't think LeBron is it. So LeBron fans, for as much as you guys want to do, it needs LeBron. No, they can get another second star. Just knock it off. Right? Because y'all are trying to act like as if he's giving y'all something that's going to put you over the top. They went out the first round last year. They went out the first round for the last 3 years. Knock it off. I know y'all are like, oh, we see they need LeBron. They need him, and they got out the first round, and they got knocked out in the first round the last 3 years. Wasn't LeBron there last year when they got knocked out in round 1 in 5 games? So what are we talking about here? Knock it off. I see what y'all are trying to do, but knock it off. This is kind of an impromptu show that we're doing here. It wasn't on my docket to talk about this here today, but it just something spoke to me after finishing the last video, and I said, okay, let me just discuss this quickly. I want to talk about something that I've been pointing out and something I've been noticing. I heard Jason Whitlock do a show about it, but it's something that I've been feeling even before I saw that show. We are witnessing the collapse of, or really the fall from grace in terms of LeBron and the media. And people don't understand what's going on, but it's real. For the past 20 years plus, LeBron has been a media darling. He has been shielded from criticism. He has been protected by people in media for years and years and years. Throughout that time span, he helped put certain people in media to promote his brand and his gospel, like the Nick Wrights of the world and all of these other guys that he strategically put out there to promote him, the writers and all of that stuff. But something started to happen over the last few months, and it really kicked off when the Lakers made it clear that he was no longer going to be returning because they didn't give him a contract extension. And when that happened, I think it sent a shock through his system and his his camp, because LeBron was on the trajectory to just be playing in LA, riding high and all of that. Then Luka came through the door, and then the Lakers said, "You know what? We have our new guy. Time for you to go." Thank you for your services, but it's time for you to go. And it went from LeBron pretty much crafting his ending of his career and ending it on his own terms to the Lakers saying, no, you can either end it now or you can end it elsewhere. And then we started witnessing the pouting through the summer, the stories that Dave McMenamin was releasing. Dave McMenamin, who we now know has been associated with the LeBron camp going all the way back to Cleveland. We figured you out, Dave McMenamin, Mr. Locker Room Vampire. We figured you out. And then it started to become stories where these teams are interested in him, and then this, and then this, then, you know, LeBron missed the first day, then the second day, then all the preseason, and the training camp, and then the first 2 to 3 weeks, and then now the first 3 months of the season, whatever the hell it is, 2 months of the season. And then the Russell Westbrook story drops. A writer, I believe with The Athletic or one of these companies, I think The Athletic, publishes, and then excerpts starts coming out. Stories that you would never hear about how LeBron is fake and this and this and this and this. Russell Westbrook, contemporaries saying he's this and this and this and this and this. Being published by known publications, not like no rinkety dinkety sources. Known. Then Stephen A. Smith starts going on a rampage about him, and they're talking about him all over the place. Then Dan Le Batard picks up the story yesterday, and they're talking about him. And what you're witnessing is this. You're witnessing the NBA move on from LeBron, but moving on from him in a way that they haven't with other stars. They didn't treat MJ this way. They didn't treat Kobe this way. But why are they treating LeBron this way? Oh, for a few reasons. Number one, LeBron put himself in a position where none of the owners want him to be an owner of the team, of an NBA team, because of his antics and his moves, right? They don't like him. They don't like him. And Stephen A. Smith said this years ago. But then to make matters worse, he decided to do something that really surprised a lot of people, including me, which was he decided to go compete against the NBA. And he's going to go raise $5 billion, I think, of Saudi money or wherever he's getting his money from, I don't know, to go build a competitive league. And you think the NBA is just going to sit around and let that happen? Someone is just going to encroach into their marketplace and gain a foothold or toehold into the market share of the NBA? No, it's not going to happen. So since you now want to become a competitor of us, we're no longer going to shield you anymore. You're free game. You're free game like everybody else. And Too Raw for TV brought it up, and I think is an astute observation. Making an enemy out of Stephen A. Smith is a major mistake. A major one. Do you know why? Because Stephen A. Smith is petty. He's petty with a massive platform. But now the attacks are coming from everywhere. From everywhere. Nick Wright can't save you. Shannon Sharpe can't save you. Kendrick Perkins can't save you. And I think he's slowly starting to lose the protection. You see, LeBron has been protected, his image. Jordan, there have been nasty speculations about, oh, did he do this to his father and all of that? So Jordan has kind of gone through that. Kobe, well, we all know the stories of Kobe. But LeBron always seemed to find a way to escape through. He always seemed to be the golden boy of the media. Well, that's changing. That is changing. And I think that he playing a dangerous game because these guys control his legacy. You're only as popular as people make you. The people writing the articles, the people saying this, but now that they're talking about, like, for the fact that they're even talking about these reports, I think is just the beginning. I think is just the beginning. And LeBron fans find themselves in an unusual place. They find themselves in a position where a lot of LeBron's teammates have been, where their favorite player is now being trashed. That's where they find themselves. That is exactly where they find themselves, where an entire fan base, like the Laker fan base, want him gone. The Lakers don't want LeBron James on that team anymore. Do you have Dave McMenamin go out there and put out that delusional report that, oh, if LeBron plays well this year, the Lakers are going to offer him a supermax? So if they're going to offer him a supermax, why didn't they offer him a max contract after he just came off the all NBA selection team? Why would they wait till next year? I'm confused. Why don't you just offer it to him now? They didn't do that. But he believes they're going to do that. It's over. It's over. And now everybody got to go fend for themselves. So I definitely think it's something I definitely think it's something worth paying attention to because we are absolutely witnessing a shift. We are. And I think more and more, you see, when people were talking about that Russell Westbrook story, they weren't even like, usually in the past, they would go, oh, Russ is this, Russ is angry, Russ is this, Russ is this. They're not even doing that anymore. They're like, yeah, I can understand that because Russ is a genuine guy. What? No honey is being passed across the table. Nobody's rubbing it on their neck. No twerking is going on here. No music is being played. I'm like, well, this isn't LeBron fans. Y'all going to be in for a long, long, long season. Y'all going to be in for a long, 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 long season. It's going to be rough for y'all. But y'all about to get the same. Y'all going to get a taste of that medicine that y'all been giving out to everybody else. Don't say nothing now. It's y'all turn now. Don't say nothing. It's your turn now.